And the next topic I want to talk about is a movie I did enjoy quite a bit, and that movie was F1, starring Brad Pitt going fast in a car. A Formula One race car, that is. Now, I drove to Chicago on Monday to see this. Now, that's a 3 hour drive there and another 3 hour drive back. And I saw this in a really cool theater, a nice AMC theater. And when it comes to F1, this is directed by Joseph Kosinski, who directed Top Gun Maverick. And this might just be my favorite go-to director when it comes to action films working today. And when if they were to ever reboot the Terminator franchise, I feel like this would be the right guy for the job. I truly feel like he would get it right as far as the look goes. His style sort of reminds me of like a modern day James Cameron. Take that how you will. But here are my quick thoughts on F1. F1 puts you in the cockpit with Brad Pitt going 200 miles per hour. It delivers some of the most intense, adrenaline-filled racing sequences and edge-of-your-seat fun you'll have all summer. It fits perfectly into the ultimate dad movie genre. Going into the third act, the story loses some traction, the pacing drags, and it leans into familiar tropes and cliches. But overall, it's everything it needs to be. And I stand by that completely. This is a fun summertime movie, and if you liked the trailers for F1, I think you will like or maybe love the movie. It delivers on its promises, and when this film gets going, when you're in the cockpit of these Formula One race cars, the way that it's shot with the practical effects, it's so immersive, it's awesome, and when you have the sound effects and the score with these bombastic sounds, it's everything I want to see from a movie like this. It knows what it is, and it just goes for it, and it delivers. As far as the story goes, I will say this. This is literally the same formula of Top Gun Maverick, copy and pasted, but now we have Brad Pitt instead of Tom Cruise. And instead of fighter jets, we now have Formula One race cars. But the same plot exists. A dude who's a little bit past his prime, who wants to relive his glory days for one last race to achieve victory. Well, that's his passion. And also, there's a young rookie who he has a conflict with, and they have to overcome it. So the story's not anything groundbreaking, but it's everything it needs to be, and it's more than serviceable. Brad Pitt's character, there wasn't much to his character, but Brad Pitt, as an actor, has so much charisma just oozing off of him. And the thing that I really noticed about Brad Pitt in F1, and I've always sort of known it about Brad Pitt and his screen presence, he's just the coolest dude ever. Yeah, well, we're going to go fast, aren't we? And I liked little things like that. He was so nonchalant about everything. Oh, the one thing I did want to mention about F1 and Brad Pitt's character was, the thing I liked about his character was he sort of like races in the gray zone. He bends and twists the rules. He doesn't break them. He just bends the rules to get an advantage on the racetrack. So if his team doesn't have the fastest or best Formula One race car, he uses other things to his advantage. Like, he'll take the rules that are in place and like find loopholes in them to get an edge. And I thought that was really cool. As far as some of my complaints for F1, it does get a little bit convoluted going into that third act. And they do have a couple subplots that, for me, it felt like they were forcing some kind of melodrama into the story that didn't need to be there. There's like one subplot that revolves around the rookie's mother, and she's mad at Brad Pitt's character, and it's like, what is this weird family drama that should not be in this movie? It's like, get back to the epic race scenes. I don't care if his mom's slightly mad at Brad Pitt, but the movie focuses on it like it's a big deal. There's also like a very forced plot with an antagonist of the story who wants to like buy the racing team, and it lasts for 6 seconds and it ultimately doesn't matter or go anywhere. But outside of that, damn good time at the theater. Highly recommend it. And I think it might be my favorite movie I've seen this week, this very busy week of movies. So if you've seen F1, let me know what you thought about it. And if you haven't, highly recommend checking it out in the theater. It will. When I was watching this and they were doing the POV shots of Brad Pitt in the race car, oh man, like I could feel my ass rumbling, and I loved it. Oh yeah, one thing I forgot to mention, at the press screening of this movie, they were giving out F1 cookies. Nothing says race car driving more than a cookie, but my only hope is I hope it tastes like Brad Pitt. It does taste like Brad Pitt. And by Brad Pitt, I mean
It's basically a sugar cookie, but I mean, hey, he's such a sweet dude. I think they got the flavor right.